Let's talk about an explosion. One so massive that it birthed the stars, the planets, your lazy morning routine, and even that questionable text message you sent at 3 a.m. Yes, I'm talking about the Big Bang, the mother of all cosmic events. But here's the twist. It's still happening inside you. Every breakdown, every meltdown, every WTF am I doing with my life moment is your Big Bang. That's a mini Big Bang happening in your soul. And guess what? It's not the end. It's the start of something brand new. If you're tuning in, maybe you're stuck in a job that feels like slow motion torture. Or perhaps your romantic life needs NASA-level guidance just to find a spark. Maybe you're grappling with doubts about your worthiness. Whatever the case, you're here for the same reason we all are. You felt something collapse, and you're ready for rebirth. Welcome to your very own universe of second chances. But before we dive deeper into the fascinating journey, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Ever wonder how everything came for nothing? In the beginning, there wasn't just silence. There was literally an O time, an O space, and absolutely an O concept of Netflix and chill. Then in one mind-blowing flash, all matter, energy, and cosmic drama burst forth, forming galaxies, supernovas, and eventually your parents who told you to clean your room. But let's get real. That birth, our Big Bang, was not neat or polite. It was raw, explosive, and downright chaotic. Kind of like your Monday mornings. What does that cosmic fireworks show have to do with you? Well, that same blueprint of chaos leading to creation is woven into the fabric of your life. Every meltdown, breakdown, or WTF moment is your personal mini Big Bang, a sudden burst of feelings that can either tear you apart or launch you into a brand new orbit. It's cosmic design on a personal scale. Modern-day life might feel overwhelming. Bills stacking up, relationships straining, or that sensation you get when you're stuck in traffic and realize you forgot your phone at home. But guess what? The universe overcame absolute nothingness to produce the wonders we see today. If the cosmos can handle a cataclysm that huge, you can handle a rough day or a heartbreak or 10. You might have heard that every element in your body, carbon, oxygen, iron, once danced in the heart of a star. When stars die, they go out with a bang, scattering these vital elements across the galaxy. Over billions of years, these materials reassemble into new stars, new planets, and eventually into you scrolling through videos at 2 a.m. Why does this matter? Because it means you are literally the product of explosions. You're the living, breathing aftermath of cosmic fireworks. The next time someone suggests you're too intense, remind them you have supernova DNA. You're supposed to be intense sometimes. Let's be real. We often talk about knowing our worth. But if you grasp the idea that you're built from star stuff, your worth goes way beyond what people think of you on social media. Your body is a walking museum of cosmic history, a testament that you've inherited the resiliency of entire galaxies. It's not just a motivational poster, it's scientific fact. Think about the word explosion. Usually, it conjures images of destruction, like that time you microwave pizza for too long, or your last argument with an ex that ended with your phone halfway across the room. But destruction isn't just a dead end. It's also a door to creation. In the cosmos, stars explode into supernovas, and the scattered gases form new celestial objects. In your life, your personal explosions, stress, breakups, breakdowns, release energy that can fuel your transformation. When you lose a job, it can feel like the end of your world. But that vacuum of opportunity is exactly where new ideas are born. Yes, it's messy. Yes, it's terrifying. But guess what? That's the exact process the universe uses to make something new. In modern society, we often fear change like it's a polite way of saying, buy more toilet paper, we're about to have a crisis. But change is the cosmic default. The entire universe has been in flux since the Big Bang. Why should you be any different? Let's zoom into your daily grind. Maybe you've had days where you're stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic after a grueling day at work, cursing everything up to and including the check engine light. Or you're on the verge of tears because your cat decided to barf on your laptop when you have a crucial Zoom meeting in 5 minutes. These aren't just random obstacles. They're cosmic postcards reminding you that stress, chaos, and minor catastrophes are all microdoses of cosmic upheaval. Now, I'm not saying you should drop to your knees in the middle of traffic and start chanting, I am one with the universe, because you might get some interesting looks and possibly a ticket. But you can adopt a cosmic perspective. Instead of seeing these events as mere annoyances, see them as catalysts. They remind you that life is in constant flux and that you have the capacity to adapt and evolve each time. Adult humor break. Ever noticed how your phone battery decides to die exactly when you need it most, like during a Tinder date or a heated group chat? Think of it as the universe saying, hey, let's see if you can handle a minor apocalypse right now. Honestly, the Big Bang had it easy. At least it didn't have to deal with low battery warnings at the worst possible moments. If you're worried this is just philosophical gibberish, let's pull in some modern science. Neuroscientists talk about neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to rewire itself after trauma, stress, or new experiences. Whenever you go through a major life event, be it heartbreak, job loss, or an embarrassing situation at the office Christmas party, your brain rearranges its circuits. It's basically forging new galaxies of thought patterns. Imagine your brain as a small universe. Just like the cosmos is ever expanding, your neural connections are either growing or pruning themselves based on your experiences. In a sense, your own internal Big Bang can happen whenever you decide to break old habits or adopt new mindsets. The meltdown you have in your kitchen while stress-eating ice cream at midnight is not just a meltdown. It's the birthplace of new synaptic connections that might eventually help you level up in ways you never expected. The next time you feel like everything is falling apart, remind yourself, my brain is rewiring right now. I am literally expanding. It might make you laugh, or at least keep you from beating yourself up with negativity. Let's talk about those personal galaxies called relationships. We often hold on to people or friendships way past their expiration date, refusing to let the old star die out. But sometimes, that star has to collapse to form a neutron star or a black hole, or even something more bizarre we haven't discovered yet. We've all dated that person who felt more like a black hole than a star, draining your energy, time, and possibly your bank account. Learning to let that collapse happen can be the hardest step. But guess what? Only when that relationship explodes can you create the space for a new star to form. Maybe a star that nurtures you instead of sucking you dry. In day-to-day life, remember that your worth isn't determined by who or what you hold on to. It's determined by the cosmic magnificence of your being, the part of you that's woven from stardust and cosmic energy. So if someone says, you're not good enough, your cosmic response should be, I'm literally made of exploding stars, honey. Consider your personal ambitions. Maybe you want to start a small business, write a novel, or become the next internet sensation dancing in your bedroom. Setting and achieving these goals often involves a mini cataclysm of your current life. You have to blow up your old comfort zone, risk failure, and venture into the unknown, somewhat like that primordial cosmic soup that eventually birthed galaxies. And it can be scary, right? We cling to certainty the way a clingy ex clings to your Netflix password. But the Big Bang teaches us that the greatest creations arise from the most chaotic states. So maybe you're on the verge of launching a new project, or you're paralyzed by fear of the unknown. In cosmic terms, fear is just a gravitational force telling you something big is about to happen. Think of it like going to the gym for the first time in months. Your muscles are about to explode in pain, but that explosion is the catalyst for growth, just like your cosmic potential. Now, if only your muscles could adapt as quickly as the universe formed hydrogen atoms. You don't have to wait for an existential crisis to undergo rebirth. In fact, daily microbangs can keep you evolving without the drama of a full-scale meltdown. Think of these microbangs as small daily acts of bravery or change. For example, deleting old phone contacts who do nothing but remind you of your worst self. Waking up 10 minutes earlier to journal or do some mindful breathing. Saying no to that one friend who only invites you to do things you hate. Trying a new hobby just because it scares you, pottery, dancing, stand-up comedy. Why not? Taking a social media break so your brain can rewire without constant online drama. Each of these microbangs is a mini explosion in your routine. It might cause a little chaos, a little friction, but from that friction comes novelty, growth, and a renewed sense of purpose. If you string enough microbangs together, you can avoid the bigger meltdown that happens when you ignore your needs for too long. Now that we've embraced these daily cosmic shifts, how do we harness that energy to become a better version of ourselves? Think of the Big Bang. After that initial explosion, the universe kept expanding. It's still expanding right now. No moment of cosmic creation is ever wasted. Every particle is part of an ever-unfolding tapestry. In your life, once you begin to explode out of old patterns, keep going. Don't return to old habits because it's more comfortable. You want to keep that momentum, that swirl of new possibilities. Growth, like the universe, is not a one-time event, but a continuous process of pushing boundaries. This can look like continually challenging your thinking, taking small but consistent actions toward your goals, staying open to new ideas, new people, and new versions of yourself. If you do this, you'll find that life stops feeling like a series of setbacks and more like a cosmic dance, where each step forward or backward is part of a greater pattern. Let's ground this cosmic talk in something you face every day: the chaos of modern life. Offices can feel like black holes of frustration. Online trolls can make social media feel like a cosmic battlefield. Your sense of self-worth can unravel faster than you can say password 123 when you see someone else living their perfect life on Instagram. But here's the thing: those tensions, irritations, and meltdowns are all potential Big Bang triggers. Instead of seeing them as the end of the world, see them as a birthplace for new understanding. The next time your coworker stirs up drama, ask yourself, is this an invitation to set healthier boundaries or find a better workplace? That meltdown might be your cosmic nudge to break free and level up. Ever notice that drama at work usually starts because someone microwaves fish in the office kitchen or hogs the stapler like it's made of diamond? Sometimes it's the pettiest cosmic collisions that cause the biggest flare-ups. So, harness that frustration. Maybe it's telling you to find a new environment where colleagues act more like supportive stars than raging supernovas. We all experience fear when we sense impending chaos or big changes. But fear is not just something to run from. It could be a cosmic countdown telling you something's about to implode or explode in your life. The key is to see that explosion not as a disaster, but as a cosmic reset button. If you're afraid of moving to a new city, think of it as the star that's about to shed old layers to form new cosmic matter. If you're anxious about starting therapy or addressing a painful childhood memory, see that as forging new neural pathways in your mental universe. The bigger the fear, the more cosmic potential might be at play. Think about how cosmic events like gamma ray bursts or supernovas are the brightest phenomena in the sky. That's your fear shining bright, telling you something extraordinary is unfolding. Instead of retreating, move toward that light. Let change you. Life can feel downright heavy at times, so let's not forget the healing power of laughter. Humor is like the dark energy that keeps the universe expanding, mysterious, not fully understood, but extremely potent. Incorporating adult humor can diffuse some of the tension surrounding life changes. Example: you're dealing with a breakup? Joke about how your ex was as distant as Pluto in winter. It doesn't negate the pain, but it shifts your perspective, giving you a quick cosmic chuckle to lighten the burden. If you spill coffee on your laptop the morning of an important presentation, call it your personal supernova, an abrupt meltdown that might just lead to discovering you didn't really like that old laptop anyway. Now you have an excuse to upgrade. Remember, the universe doesn't keep everything serious, so why should you? Galaxies crash into each other with cosmic indifference. Somewhere out there, a star is devouring a planet while we debate pineapple on pizza. Humor is not just an escape. It's a tool for resilience. It's a cosmic wink reminding you that all your chaos is part of a grand comedic opera. Practical tips for cosmic rebirth. Mindful explosions. Each morning, identify one habit or thought pattern you're ready to blow up. Maybe it's negative self-talk or procrastination. Imagine lighting a metaphorical fuse and watching it burst, clearing space for something new. Cosmic reflection. Write down your daily Big Bang moments. Maybe it's the moment you lost patience at work, or the instant you felt tears welling up after hearing a sad song. Acknowledge that meltdown as an essential part of your evolution. Stargazing breaks. Step outside at night, look at the sky, and remember you're part of something immense. A few deep breaths under the stars can realign your mindset and remind you that your problems, while valid, are also part of a cosmic tapestry. Humor as a shield. When chaos looms, whip out a quick joke, preferably one that addresses your situation head-on. The sudden burst of laughter acts as a protective energy shield, reminding you not to take every meltdown so seriously. Plan your new orbits. After the chaos, decide on a new direction. If you're stuck in a dead-end job, use that meltdown to start exploring job listings, educational courses, or networking. If your relationship just ended, plan small outings or self-care rituals that help you embrace the next phase of your life. Cosmologists talk about inflation theory, the idea that right after the Big Bang, the universe expanded faster than the speed of light for a brief period. Imagine going from a subatomic particle to a cosmic web in less time than it takes to watch a short GIF. In everyday life, your expansions can happen rapidly too, like the day you decide, I'm finally going to stand up for myself, and everything changes in a heartbeat. Or that moment you realize you deserve better. BM, you're in hyperdrive toward a new life. We might not literally travel faster than light, but our mental and emotional shifts can feel just as explosive. Neurologically, Studies show that intense emotional experiences can lead to rapid rewiring of pathways that previously took years to solidify. It's like your brain says, we're in crisis mode. Let's evolve quickly. So your personal cosmic inflation isn't just a fluffy metaphor. It's mirrored in how your brain processes and adapts to seismic events. Let's be candid. Sometimes the meltdown feels so massive, you're convinced you've triggered a black hole that will swallow your entire life. Panic sets in, and you might find yourself doom scrolling through social media, or worse, texting an ex out of sheer desperation. When that sense of overwhelm creeps in, remember, no star collapses forever. It either stabilizes or transforms into something else. No cosmic explosion happens without new matter forming in its wake. If you're teetering on the edge, do something small and grounding. Drink a glass of water, pet your cat, or perform a silly dance. These tiny acts remind your mind and body that you're still here, still safe, and still capable of forward motion. The biggest cosmic collapses lead to the brightest supernovas. Across different spiritual traditions, Hinduism, Buddhism, indigenous teachings, there's often a cycle of creation and destruction. It's hardly a new concept. The Big Bang is simply the modern scientific version of cosmic creation myths that have existed for thousands of years. Many of these traditions also teach that personal crises, dark nights of the soul, are preludes to spiritual awakening. No matter what religion or culture you resonate with, the central message is consistent. Destruction and creation are intertwined. It's not just a scientific phenomenon or a philosophical stance. It's an underlying, universal pattern. You can find peace in knowing you're part of a massive tapestry where endings are preludes to new beginnings, not points of no return. Now that we've examined the cosmic blueprint of rebirth, the question becomes, how do we actively live by it instead of just hearing it as an interesting story? The key is intention. When a star goes supernova, it doesn't decide to become a new star. It's just following physics. But humans are special. We get to choose how we evolve. Set intentions aligned with your Big Bang within. For instance, I intend to let go of relationships that drain me. I intend to embrace new skills, even if they scare me. I intend to lead my daily life with curiosity, not fear. By framing them as cosmic or universal statements, you're tapping into that sense of grandeur. You're acknowledging that you're not just a random individual, but an active participant in this ever-expanding cosmic dance. If setting intentions sounds too serious, add a sprinkle of irreverence. I intend to stop accepting dates that make me want to stab myself with a fork just to escape. The universe demands better. A bit of comedic flair can keep the mood light and reaffirm your power to step away from nonsense. In cosmic terms, singularity is that point where normal physics breaks down, like at the heart of a black hole or at the very start of the Big Bang. In personal terms, that singularity moment is the meltdown where logic seems to vanish. Anxiety spikes, tears flow, or you lash out at unsuspecting bystanders. But just beyond that personal singularity is a brand new reality. Once you cross it, you can't go back to who you were. This is the threshold of transformation. You're not broken, you're breaking through. That's the difference between those who remain stuck in old patterns and those who evolve. If you find yourself in that singularity space, remember the universal lesson. From unimaginable chaos, entire galaxies can form. If you can find the strength to face your meltdown and step forward, you're stepping into a dimension of personal growth you never knew existed. Want to ground all this cosmic talk into real life right now? Try this quick exercise. Name your explosion. Give a fun or dramatic title to a major meltdown you've had or are currently experiencing. Maybe the Great Coffee Cup Catastrophe of Tuesday, or Operation I Quit My Soul-Sucking Job. Write the aftermath. In a journal or on your phone, jot down the immediate effects: emotional shock, fear, or excitement. Then note the possibilities. Is there room for a better job, healthier relationship, or personal freedom now? Plan a new cosmic path. List 3 actions you can take to harness this meltdown for growth. They can be as small as send a job application, or as big as move to a new city. If you're not sure, try something out of your comfort zone to mimic that cosmic expansion. Revisit and revise. Check back in a week. Note any changes in how you feel or in your environment. Have things improved? Are you seeing hidden opportunities you missed before? This exercise mirrors the Big Bang cycle. A sudden explosive event, shock waves of chaos, new forms emerging, and the subsequent evolution into something bigger and bolder. You've made it this far through cosmic metaphors, adult humor, and scientific tidbits. Now let's bring it home. You are a living, breathing Big Bang in constant motion, weaving old and new energies to create something extraordinary. Every meltdown is a bang, every new habit is a rebirth, and every step forward is an expansion. Don't shy away from your chaotic moments. They are the engine of your personal evolution. Embrace the breakdowns, the heartbreaks, and the late-night existential crises. They're as natural as the birth of stars, as grand as galaxies colliding, and as inevitable as your next craving for pizza at midnight. When you accept that you are part stardust, part unstoppable cosmic force, you stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstance. Instead, you become the co-creator of your universe. You gain a sense of cosmic swagger, knowing that you have the power to shine after every collapse. In daily life, this might look like setting boundaries, changing jobs, leaving toxic relationships, or simply deciding that you deserve to be happy and at peace. And hey, it doesn't mean everything will be perfect. Even the cosmos has its fair share of weird phenomena we don't fully understand, like dark matter or that friend who still insists on texting you memes at 5 a.m. But that's part of the dance, too. The ongoing discovery, the learning, and the revelations that come from exploring your infinite potential. Remember, if some days you feel more like a cosmic fart than a cosmic goddess, that's okay too. Even the universe has moments of letting out huge gas clouds that eventually become star nurseries. If that's not comedic magic, I don't know what is. So, the next time life implodes around you, hold on to this truth. From chaos comes creation. From collapse comes rebirth. Your meltdown isn't a sign of failure. It's your personal Big Bang, a chance to become something more spectacular than you ever imagined. If this video made you think differently about your personal struggles, or if you cracked a smile at least once, like this video and subscribe for more cosmic insights. Drop a comment sharing your own Big Bang moment and how you're turning that explosion into a fresh start. Until next time, remember, you're not just in the universe. You are the universe. And that's a pretty badass realization to carry into your day-to-day life.